A beautiful day for baseball from St. Augustine, along with our producer and sports information director, John Jordan. I'm Dave Wenda. Saints fell 8-1 yesterday to the Tars. And it was an outstanding performance, really, for Rollins, both on the mound and at the plate. Rollins with 8 runs on 11 hits. Flagler, the 1 run on just 6 hits. Both teams committed an error. Jalen Whitehead was outstanding on the mound for the Tars. 6 innings pitched. He allowed 4 hits, just 1 run, struck out 9. Gage Voorhees was pretty good, just not quite as good as Whitehead. He went 7 innings, gave up 7 hits and 3 earned runs, striking out 5. But the Flagler could never really get it going when they had opportunities to tie it. It was 3-1 for the longest time, and Flagler had a couple of runners on base in that situation in multiple innings and was unable to push them across. And then the big 9th inning by Rollins really put the game out of reach at 8-1. So Flagler now 5-7 on the season. Rollins is 8-2 as we get set to play here. 72 degrees and sunny, with the wind kind of just wisping out towards right field. Last night, most of the game, the wind was blowing in from the outfield, so no long balls yesterday. We'll see if that changes today. First batter up is Joey Rubin for the Tars. It'll be Rubin, Chase Acuff, and Adams Torres to face Seth Wysocki. First pitch is a ball. Last night, Rubin with a good game, 3 for 5, 2 runs scored. Grounded foul, 1 ball and 1 strike. Wysocki making his 4th start of the season. He has a 3.38 ERA. He's worked 16 innings, struck out 11. The 1-1. Lined into center field. Trey Newland is there, and there's 1 gone. Defensively for the Saints, it's Ashton Thomas, Trey Newland, and Donovan Garcia across the outfield left to right. The infielders, at first it's Coy Phillips, second baseman by Matthew Burke, shortstop is Mason Gray, and the third baseman today is Jaden Ward. Tyler Keith gets the start behind the plate. This is Chase Acuff. Acuff 1 for 2 yesterday with 2 runs and an RBI. This one fouled out of play. Rollins has a team hitting .270 after yesterday's win. This one also lined to center. Newland is there, and there are 2 gone. That brings up Adams Torres. Torres hitting .257. 9 hits, 3 of them doubles. He's driven in 6 runs. Wysocki pours in a strike. Ground ball, base hit. Torres is aboard with a 2-out single. Brings up Jeslyn Whitehead. Wysocki is a freshman from Jacksonville Beach, Florida. Transfer from Lake Sumter State College. Whitehead yesterday 3 for 5 with 3 RBIs. First pitch is a ball. popped up along the first base side and just out of the reach of Phillips. One and one the count. Check on Torres.
Grab the ball first.
One pitch is low. This one drifts foul. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Just looking at the score sheet, John, maybe you can confirm this. Were there no extra base hits yesterday? I'm not seeing any doubles. All singles. 17 singles in the game. Two pitch. Line into left. That's going to get down. Torres goes from first to third on the single from Whitehead, and there are runners at the corners for the Tars. Brings up Nick Santucci.
Now batting the left fielder, number 16, Nick Santucci.
Santucci 2 for 5 yesterday. First pitch is inside for a ball. Wysocki 1-1 on the season. This one lifted high to right field, drifting back, and that one's gone. A 3-run home run from Santucci, and the Tars are on the board. Well, talking about extra base hits, we have our first one here in the top of the first. It's a homer from Nick Santucci, the left fielder, and it's 3-0 Tars. Third homer of the year for Santucci. This is Parker Smith, the right fielder. Looks at a strike. One fouled into the screen. Smith did not have a hit last night. He did pick up an RBI. He's behind here 1-2. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fly ball to right center, and this should end the inning. Garcia's there for the putout, but a 3-run home run from Nick Santucci has the Tars up 3-0 as we head to the bottom of the first. Ready for the bottom of the first. The lineup for the Saints leading off, playing shortstop is Mason Gray. Playing right field and batting second, Donovan Garcia. Batting third, the left fielder, Ashton Thomas. The cleanup man is the DH, Luke Wellborn. Batting fifth, the second baseman, Matthew Burke. In the sixth hole is the first baseman, Coy Phillips. Batting seventh and playing third, Jaden Ward. The 8-spot hitter is the catcher, Tyler Keith, and rounding out the lineup playing center field and batting ninth is Trey Newland. They'll face Justin Allentoff. Allentoff comes in not having allowed an earned run in 3 appearances with 2 starts. He's thrown 18 innings, allowed 8 hits, just 1 walk and 16 strikeouts. Opponents are batting just .138 against him. Defensively for the Tars across the outfield, it's Santucci, Meehan, and Smith. At first base is Jeslyn Whitehead. Torres is at second. Acuff is the shortstop. Rubens playing third, and Timothy Mira is behind the plate. Mason Gray, the shortstop, leads it off. He had a nice game last night, 2 for 3 with the run scored. Also picked up a stolen base. And he looks like a first pitch strike. Hill 1 is low. This one's skied to short center field, and coming in making the play is Meehan. Brings up Donovan Garcia, the right fielder.
Right fielder, number 1, Donovan Garcia.
Garcia last night was 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts before he was lifted for pinch hitter Luke Wellborn. Big swing and a miss. Garcia's hitting .238. He started all 12 games. The 0-1, fouled back, strike 2. Garcia has 3 doubles, 7 RBIs. Not hitting at the clip we saw a year ago, not yet. 0-2 is outside ball 1. Garcia, first team all-conference last season, playing primarily shortstop. 1-2 is high, ball 2. Two pitch, gets a piece of it. Last year, Garcia hit .361 to lead the Saints with a .432 on-base percentage and a .474 slugging percentage. Here's a 2-2 to him, and he works the count full. The 3-2, fly ball to left. Santucci's there. 1 out, or 2 outs, excuse me. Brings up Ashton Thomas, who's on a hot streak. Ashton has played his way into the starting lineup. Now hitting .394 after picking up 2 more hits last night with an RBI. The 0-1 misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. Allentoff, the pitcher, a 6'2" senior from Jupiter, Florida. Here's his 1-1, fouled straight back. He attended the University of Florida. Appeared in 5 games 2 years ago for the Gators through 9.2 innings. 3.72 ERA, struck out 13 batters. Count is 1-2 to Thomas. Sharply grounded foul. Back as a Gator in 2019, he appeared in 16 games, all in relief. Started his career at Indian River State College, where he struck out 77 batters in just 57 innings of work. And here's a hit for Thomas. He stays hot. And the Saints have a runner aboard with 2 outs. Brings up the DH, Luke Wellborn. Wellborn hitting .188, 6 hits and 32 at bats. Struck out in his 1 at bat last night. Pinch hitting for Garcia. There's a strike, 1 ball and 1 strike. Thomas has not attempted a stolen base this year. Toss over anyway. Fly ball to right. This one's going back, and it's off the glove of the right fielder, Smith. Thomas is going to come in to score the first run for the Saints. It'll go as a double. So it's 3-1 Tars.
That's not there? No, that's there. That's there. No, that's.
So the batter's Matthew Burke, the second baseman, with the runner in scoring position. Oh, that wind helping out on the double by Wellborn, just pushing Smith farther and farther back, and the ball glancing off his glove. He had a long run to make. And a pop-up, short center field. Drifting back is the shortstop, Acuff. He'll give way to Meehan. And that's the end of the inning. But the Saints score a run on 2 hits. They trail it 3-1.
Golf, yeah.
3-1 as the Tars bat here in the top of this second inning. It'll be Cameron Meehan, Ryan Coleman, and Timothy Mira to face Wysocki. First up, Meehan, the center fielder. Meehan was 0 for 3 last night with 2 walks. Strike one. Popped up on the infield. Phillips has a beat on it and puts it away for the first out. Brings up Ryan Coleman, the DH.
Now batting, designated hitter, number 35, Ryan Coleman.
Coleman didn't play last night. He's an 077 hitter. Maybe that's why. 1 for 13. Count to him as 1-1. Popped up behind the plate, and Keith is there. Doesn't even toss away the mask. 2 out for Timothy Mira, the catcher.
Now batting, catcher, number 17, Timothy Mira.
It's a strike from Wysocki. Wysocki, a transfer from Lake Sumter State College in Leesburg, Florida. That one stays high, ball 1. Made 10 appearances with 9 starts last season, a 4-2 record with a 3.53 earned run average. Ball 2. Last year, Wysocki struck out 48 batters in 51 innings of work. Was a second-team All-Mid-Florida Conference selection. The 2-2. Grounded towards first. There's Corey Phillips right at the bag, and the inning is over. The Tars go 1-2-3, but they lead it 3-1. Bottom of the second, 3-1 Rollins. Coy Phillips, Jaden Ward, and Tyler Keith due up for the Saints. First pitch, fouled back. Boy, that hit just in front of us here. And on these metal bleachers, the ball gets a good bounce. Good carom.
Don't hit the camera.
Almost did hit the camera. 0-1 is a ball low.
We've had the ball hit up here before. A long time ago, but the back screen was a little bit lower too.
Another foul ball. Phillips hitting 146, 6 for 41, scored 3 runs, has 1 home run, and has driven in 5. And a base hit through the hole on the left side for Phillips. Already the 3rd hit of the day for Flagler, and the leadoff batter is aboard. Brings up Jaden Ward getting the start at third base.
Number 11, Jaden Ward.
Ward hitting 190. 4 for 21. Ward did not get any playing time last night. Instead, it was Brad Vondruska getting the start at third. We expect them to platoon most of the season. As you would expect from Dave Barnett, whoever's hitting better will probably get the bulk of the playing time there at third. Saints aren't hitting well this season early on. In fact, 5 of the regulars are hitting under 200 right now. 0-2.
Foul ball.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. Ground ball to the right side. So Ward picks up a hit. Phillips moves up to second. And the Saints have something brewing here in the second inning.
Now batting the catcher, number 16, Tyler Keith.
That brings up Tyler Keith. Keith getting his 4th start at catcher. Ground ball right to the first baseman, and he bobbled it for a minute, so could not go to second to start what could have been a double play perhaps. Instead, it's a fielder's choice. Both runners move up 90 feet.
Now batting center fielder, number 22, Trey Newland.
So RBI time for Trey Newland, the center fielder. Corner infielders are on the grass, or just a step off of it. Middle infield at double play depth, although there's no one at first. But kind of at normal depth. And now the first and third baseman back off.
I guess the no pets policy is gone.
And this one popped up on the infield. And there are 2 outs. Back to the top of the order in Mason Gray.
Now batting shortstop, number 9, Mason Gray.
Gray popped out to center his first time up. And Gray's behind 0-2. That one outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Gray, the freshman from Lake City. A walk-on here at Flagler. And he's claimed the starting shortstop job. Ground ball to short for Acuff. And the throw just beats Gray, and Allentoff gets out of the jam after giving up a couple of hits. It's still 3-1 as we head to the third.
You run through the bag, you might have got it.
If he had run through?
Yeah.
Top of the third inning, and back to the top of the order for the Tars, who lead it 3-1. This is Joey Rubin, who lined out to center to lead off the game. Breaking pitch, strike one. Newland shading Rubin just a little towards right field, the center fielder for the Saints, Trey Newland. Another good breaking ball there from Wysocki. And he struck him out on 3 pitches. Wysocki looks like he's settling in a bit. And brings up Acuff.
Now adding the shortstop, number 4, Chase Acuff.
Another strike. 4 straight strikes to start the inning for Wysocki. It's kind of a different windup. Dave Barnett described it as a herky-jerky kind of motion that can disrupt hitters' timing. They like his competitiveness on the mound. Here's the 0-2. Nearly hit him. Stays inside for a ball. The 1-2 grounded to Ward at third. And there are 2 away. brings up Adams Torres, who had a single scored back in the first on the home run from Santucci.
Second baseman, number 3, Adam Torres.
Torres, a .257 hitter. Driven in 6 runs. Counts 2-1. Foul back, evening the count. Tars have won 7 straight. That one is behind the batter. Just a bit inside.
John Crick up there against Randy Johnson.
Reminds John Jordan of Randy Kruk facing Randy Johnson, or John Kruk facing Randy Johnson. There's a walk. That was the All-Star game, right? So, 2-out base runner in the form of Torres, and that brings up Whitehead.
Now batting first base.
Rollins, in fact, is already 3-0 in its conference, the Sunshine State Conference. Good baseball league. They swept the University of West Florida, who's not a conference foe, but was number 10 in the nation at the time. All by 1-run advantages, 1-0, 3-2, and 5-4. And then they swept conference rival Embry-Riddle, all those games at home, and beat Flagler last night. 2-0, ground ball to Ward, and the inning is over. So a walk, but no run, still 3-1 Tars. Bottom of the third inning, Donovan Garcia is the batter. Garcia flew out to left field his first time up. This one popped up. It looks like it's going to stay on the infield, drifting over as Whitehead, and backing up makes the catch in foul territory. Brings up Ashton Thomas, who singled and scored the only Saints run back in the first inning. Thomas is red hot, approaching the 400 mark as an average. That one catches the outside part of the plate. In fact, I have him at 411 now after that hit. Not sure my math is right. He's behind here 0-2. Swing and a miss. And there are two gone.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 12, Luke Wellborn.
That brings up Luke Wellborn, who doubled home Thomas back in the first. Ball one. Ground ball handled by the first baseman, who bobbles it. And Wellborn is safe as the pitcher dropped the throw. And that's going to go as a hit for Wellborn, his second of the day. Probably should have let the second baseman handle that. Saints will take it. A two-out base runner. That brings up Matthew Burke. Popped out to center his first time. Strike one. Wellborn's got some speed over there. He's a big guy, but stole 9 bases last year at Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College. Ground ball right at the first baseman Whitehead, and the inning is over. So the Saints get a hit, no runs, they leave one, and they trail it 3-1. Top of the fourth inning, it's Sanducci, Smith, and Meehan due up to face Wysocki. Santucci with the 3-run home run back in the first with 2 outs. Providing all the runs today so far for the Tars. Grounded right off of the leg of Wysocki. Ward tried to come in and barehand it. It'll be a hit for Santucci.
Now batting the right fielder, number 28, Parker Smith.
Brings up Parker Smith, who flew out to right field his first time. Line drive at Garcia. And that brings up Meehan.
Now batting the center fielder, number 5, Cameron Meehan.
Runner breaks, and the throw from Keith is not in time. It's a stolen base for Santucci. There's a strike, 1 ball and 1 strike. Tars baseball goes back to 1895.
What was the crossover getting taped up? That's nice out.
Fouled out of play. Strike 2. First ever game for Rollins. About 127 years ago. They beat. They do? They won at 11-10, by the way, over Stetson their first game. John's telling me they have a lot of major leaguers who came through. Some popped up for Ward in foul territory. 2 gone. 1954, Rollins became the smallest school to ever play the College World Series. They went all the way to the championship game before losing to Missouri 4-1.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 35, Ryan Coleman.
This is Coleman, who fouled out to the catcher in his first at bat.
That was before my time.
Strike 2. And Wysocki closes the door, so a single but no runs for the Tars, who continue to lead at 3-1. And welcome back here to Drysdale Field. Bottom of the fourth. Coy Phillips, Jaden Ward, and Tyler Keith due up to face Justin Allentoff. Here's Phillips, who had a single his first time. And rips a fly ball to right, and it's a foul. Here's the 0-2. Phillips waves at it. He's gone on strikes. So looking at some of the alumni of the Tars who have played in the major leagues. Clay Bellinger is a name that jumps out. Former Yankees player, and it was an Angel for one season. John Castino was the American League Rookie of the Year, 1979 for the Twins. Brian Hannigan. Ground ball, a cuff. Stays with it and makes the play. 2 gone for Tyler Keith.
Now batting, catcher number 16, Tyler Keith.
Back in 2019, the Tars had 4 players drafted. First pitch to Keith is a strike. One ball and one strike. One is inside. 2 balls and a strike. Here's the 2-2. Just got a piece of it. Keith stays alive.
It'd be perfect with the Rollins. Psycho?
2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Keith lifts one into left field. And the Saints go in order here in the fourth. They trail it 3-1. Top of the fifth inning, still 3-1. Tars got all their runs on a first inning 3-run bomb from Nick Santucci. And Flagler answered in the second inning, or excuse me, in the bottom of the first with an RBI single or double from Luke Wellborn. And there's a base hit for Timothy Mira. Back to the top of the order in Joey Rubin.
Now batting, third baseman, number 23, Joey Rubin.
Rubin showing bunt, and he pulled it back. Ball one. Runner breaks for second. Keith with a throw, and it's in time. Nice throw by Tyler Keith. Mason Gray put on the tag, and there's one away here. The pitch was a strike. And there's another one, 1-2. Just wrapping up our talk about Rollins baseball history. Rube Waddell is a baseball Hall of Famer who's a Rollins alum. He played before they kept official stats, but Rollins does have alumni in the Hall of Fame. Alumnus. 2-2. That hit him? Yep. So Rubin's aboard. And that brings up Chase Acuff, who's 0 for 2.
Now batting, shortstop, number 4, Chase Acuff.
He shows bunt, takes a strike. Lifted into the gap in left center. It's going to fall in. Digging for third. And making it in there is Rubin.
He's going all the way to third base.
Now batting, second baseman, number 3.
So 2 runners in scoring position for Adams Torres, who has a single, a run scored, and a walk. The 1-0 swing and a miss, strike one. This one lined right at Mason Gray. The throw behind the runner. It's a double play. And that ends the threat. Nice play by the Saints defense. Still 3-1. Trey Newland leads it off for the Saints here in the 5th. It will be Newland, Gray, and Garcia. First pitch, ground ball to third. 1 out. Back to the top of the order, Mason Gray, who's 0 for 2.
Shortstop number 9, Mason Gray.
Plays down a bunt, and it goes foul. Popped up on the infield. Ruben makes the catch, and quickly 2 gone here for the Saints in the 5th. And brings up Donovan Garcia, who's 0 for 2. Fastball for a strike. Now 1 ball and 1 strike to Garcia, the right fielder. Flew out to left in the first inning and fouled out to first in the 3rd. Ground ball to Acuff. Saints go quickly in the 5th, still 3-1. Top of the 6th inning, 3-1 Tars. This is Jeslyn Whitehead, who's 1 for 2. Singled and scored in the 1st. This one fouled out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike. Whitehead comes in leading the team in batting average, .325. Does not have an extra base hit, despite the gaudy average. (2-1), fouled out of play. Well, this is the second of 2 against Rollins. We're not playing our usual Saturday doubleheader. here against a non-conference opponent. A couple more non-league games before we hit the PBC schedule next Friday. And here's a little base hit into right for Whitehead, who has his second hit of the game. That brings up Nick Santucci, who had the big blow, a home run back in the first. Drove in 3 runs. Also picked up a single and stole a base in the fourth.
Number 16, Nick Santucci.
Santucci was scuffling a bit coming in, hitting .238, but last night he was 2 for 5 and already 2 for 2 today. That average will go up in a hurry. And another hit. Whitehead digs for third, and Santucci tries to stretch it into a double, and he's in there. Got a hustle from Santucci, who has his third hit of the game. So that brings up Parker Smith, who's 0 for 2, a couple of flyouts to right field.
Right fielder, 28, Parker Smith.
Oh, 2 to Smith. Wysocki up to 75 pitches. It's allowed 8 hits, walked 1, struck out 2. And there's a 9th hit, and this will bring home 1 run to make it 4-1. Santucci stops at third on the single from Parker Smith. Runners at the corners now for Meehan. And now a visit from pitching coach Jeff Pelkey. Again, getting back to the schedule, the Saints will play Assumption here on Tuesday and then Valdosta State on Wednesday, wrapping up the non-league portion of the early schedule. And then it's PBC play beginning here on Friday, Augusta at 6, and then a doubleheader a week from today starting at noon. And then 3 more home games. North Georgia on March 11th, 12th, and 13th, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So 10 straight home games here for the Saints. This is the second of 10. Quick visit from Pelkey. And a strike from Wysocki. This one lined out to right field. Garcia makes the catch. Tagging and scoring is Santucci. And it's a sac fly with an RBI for Meehan. Brings up Ryan Coleman. 5-1 now, Tars.
Designated hitter, number 35, Ryan Coleman.
This one gets away from Keith, and he does not make a throw. Parker Smith goes from first to second. The 1-0 ground ball at Burke. That'll be out number 2. Smith moves up to third base. And it's Timothy Mira, who's 1 for 2 today. Had a single back in the 5th, but he was erased on the caught stealing. Nice throw from Keith.
Now we got a catcher, number 17, Timothy Mira.
Another ground ball. This should end the inning. But the Tars get another couple of runs on 3 hits, and they lead it 5-1. Ashton Thomas is the batter, leading off the 6th for the Saints. Thomas hitting an even 400 now. Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-2. Thomas has gone on 3 pitches. That brings up Luke Wellborn, who's been a bright spot today for the Saints. A single, a double, and an RBI.
Now we got a designated hitter, number 12, Luke Flagler.
Fouls back the first pitch. And he's behind 0-2. Wellborn had a remarkable 454 as a high school senior. And he's gone on 3 pitches. This is Matthew Burke, who's 0 for 2 today. Two and 0 to Burke. Swing and a miss. Three and 1 now.
Oh, we're not going to be able to broadcast because he's across the line, too.
And line or grounded to Acuff. And again, the Saints go in order for the 3rd consecutive inning. They continue to trail it 5-1. And welcome back. New pitcher is Ryan Airy for the Saints, a 6'5 senior transfer from Bethune-Cookman University, originally from Jacksonville, Florida. Airy making just his 2nd appearance. He's thrown 2 innings, has a save, struck out 1. Facing Mira. Or excuse me, facing Ruben. Ruben's been on once when he was hit by a pitch back in the 5th. He's also lined out and struck out. Two balls, two strikes to Ruben. Fly ball down the right field line. Long run for Garcia, and that's into the Flagler bullpen. Last year, Airy made 7 relief appearances, was 1-1. 20 innings of work overall. Three balls and two strikes. Also played at Bethune-Cookman in 2020, where he made 14 starts. High fly ball for Newland, and one down. That brings up Acuff, who's 1 for 3. Airy also played at Pasco Hernando State. Sharply hit, and that is fair. Acuff digging for second. And the ball finally tossed back in from left field down the corner. It's a double for Acuff. Brings up Adams Torres, who's 1 for 2 with a walk. Singled in the first and scored on that Santucci homer. First pitch strike from Airy. The 0-1, ground ball, base hit. They're going to send Acuff. Thomas, the throw to the plate. And it's in time. Ashton Thomas guns down Acuff for the second out. So Jeslyn Whitehead will be the batter. He's 2 for 3. Has 2 singles and 2 runs scored. Thomas showing off the arm there. Fouled out of play, strike 1.
Women are still leading 35-29.
Well, the Flagler women are leading Lander 35-29 at the half. And ground ball to Burke. And that ends the inning. Still 5-1 Tars. Bottom of the 7th, Saints trail it by 4. Coy Phillips, Jaden Ward, Tyler Keith due up. Alan Toff continues on the mound for the Tars. Only thrown 69 pitches through 6 innings. The 0-1 ground ball to Acuff. 1 away. Brings up Jaden Ward is 1 for 2. He had a single back in the 2nd inning.
Now batting third baseman, number 11, Jaden Ward.
First pitch is a ball. Line drive, stab by Acuff. Oh, fantastic play. The Tars shortstop has been outstanding all weekend. Stealing a hit from Ward. 2 outs for Tyler Keith.
Now batting catcher, number 16, Tyler Keith.
Keith grounded into a fielder's choice in the 2nd and flew out in the 4th. Two balls and no strikes. Now 3-0. Back at Post University a couple of years ago, Keith had a .615 slugging percentage for the season. And he works the walk here. So a base runner with 2 outs for the Saints, and that brings up Trey Newland. Newland 0 for 2, a pop out and a ground out. Getting back to Keith for just a moment, back when he was at Post University, had a 3 home run, 9 RBI game against Benedict. Newland second on the team in hitting, 278 coming in. See if he can get something going here.
The best player is Kanji. I don't know how much he's playing. Because our other best player is out for the year with a knee injury. Passed me.
Kanji, C-A-N-G.
Yep.
He has 2 points.
That's just not playing very much at all, man.
1 ball and 2 strikes to Newland.
That's what else I'm playing. No need for it. If she gets injured in that game, then can't play that finals. Lander won't go very far. I think they'll play losing the semis regionally. They'll make the semis and the finals, but they're not going to get much farther than that.
1-2's off the plate, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
That's 15. The host arrest.
Benji have any points?
Ground ball.
Yeah.
And Acuff goes the short way. That ends the inning for the Saints. No hits, no runs, one left. Still 5-1 Rollins. Santucci was 2 for 5. 2 for 5 yesterday. Where are you seeing the score for the women? Is it on your stats? You have to go to Lander. Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Leading off for the Tars, the left fielder, number 16, Nick Santucci.
Oh, dude!
Nick Santucci leads off the 8th for the Tars. He's 3 for 3, a single, a double, and a 3-run home run, plus a stolen base. Shows bunt. Oh, that one up around his head. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Wait, no one has time for that.
The 1-1 stays in there for a strike. Good breaking pitch from Airy.
There was a collision at the plate. And Christian John
Swing and a miss. And finally, Santucci is retired.
Now batting the right fielder, number 28.
Santucci 5 for 9 in the series. This is Parker Smith. Talk about gaudy slugging percentages. He's slugging .676 this season. Three and 0 to Smith. Swing and a miss, 3-1. Oh, Smith had the green light there with 3 balls and no strikes. And now the count runs full as Erie pumps in a strike.
They are. Well, if they can't, take it out of the CEO. Okay, modular list. And then, imagine Mike Trout.
And after getting out ahead 3-0, Smith is retired on the strikeout. First two outs have been strikeouts for Erie here in the eighth, and that brings up Meehan.
Now batting the center fielder, number 5, Cameron Meehan.
Ball one. This one grounded sharply off of the chest of Gray, and there'll be no throw.
Maybe being hot, but that's
He'll go an error against Gray. So a two-out base runner here for the Tars, and the batter will be Ryan Coleman.
Designated hitter, number 35, Ryan Coleman.
The runner breaks. They throw behind him, and they'll catch him stealing for the third out of the inning. So no hits and no runs scored. Still 5-1 Rollins. And welcome back. New pitcher for the Tars. It's number 44, Alfredo Caraballo. Caraballo making his fourth appearance. He's only worked 2 innings. Allowed 5 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned. Walked 1, struck out 2. He's a sophomore. Big guy, 6'4", 235. Transfer from the College of Central Florida.
She had a triple-double early, and she was 10 runners.
This is Mason Gray, who's still looking for his first hit. Hill 1, outside ball 1. So the line for Allentoff, he threw 7 innings, allowed 5 hits, just scattering them really. 1 run allowed, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts.
Blake, I need to get ahead and get more equipment over my car too. So you and Jordan can help me out.
1-1 is outside, 2 balls and a strike to Mason Gray. 2 pop outs and a ground out for Gray. Gray had a big game last night. 2 for 3 with a run and a walk. Count is 2-2. And now it's full.
I'll have you take the camera and the tripod now. You can roll the camera. Camera's like this. The car is right in front of the entryway. It's on right across from where the bus parking is. It's really the second turn.
Popped up on the infield. Whitehead is there. 1 out. Brings up Donovan Garcia, who's 0 for 3.
Right fielder, number 1, Donovan Garcia.
Strike 1 to Garcia. A 1-1. Little chopper to third. Ruben makes the play. That brings up Ashton Thomas, who's 1 for 3. He scored the only Saints run back in the first inning. Strike 1 to Thomas. And now strike 2. And the Saints go in order here in the 8th. They continue to trail it 5-1. amazing. I just noticed that myself. And just as we say that, it'll probably be like an hour-long night. Oh, he jinxed it. Same with Shari. She's like, I'm so cold. Thank God it's almost over. It's like, oh, no, it's not. Oh, wow. Oh, no. Top of the ninth inning. Tars have led it from the get-go. We have a pinch hitter, Kyle Bullock, will bat for Ryan Coleman. Bullock, a junior from Illinois, transfer from McHenry Community College. First pitch, strike from Erie. Swing and a miss, strike two. It's actually warmed up a couple of degrees from when we started this one back at 1. Still have not reached the 2-hour mark. Really refreshing to see a college baseball game clip along. The 1-2, sharply grounded to Ward at third. 1 out. Brings up Mira. Mira came off the bench yesterday early in the game when the starting catcher Heron was hurt beating out an infield hit, and he has played the rest of the series behind the plate for the Tars. One for 3 today. By the way, the Flagler women's basketball team was leading Lander, number 8 Lander, for much of the first 3 quarters, but now they have given that lead away. And they're likely resting some of their regulars. Looking forward to the PBC tournament. Begins this week. Flagler men will play later. Fly out for Mira. And back to the top of the order in Rubin.
Now batting third base.
No pitcher.
And it looks like we're going to make a pitching change. We'll step aside for just a moment, tell you all about it when we come back. And welcome back. New pitcher for Flagler is number 33, Gavin Barnell. 6'1", redshirt freshman right-hander from Coral Springs. Barnell redshirted last season. Two and 0 to Rubin. Back in his club baseball days, Barnell once threw a perfect game, albeit in 5 innings, where he struck out 14 of the 15 batters. And he walks Rubin here with 2 outs. Brings up Acuff. It's 2 for 4 today, a single, a double. Some outstanding defensive play as well at shortstop. A 1 pitch stays high, ball 1.
North Georgia played a 17-inning game yesterday.
Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes to Acuff. Now 2-2.
For a 17-inning game, it was only 5 hours and a half.
It's not that bad.
I've seen 9-inning games go that long.
The runner breaks. The throw down is not in time. Boy, it sure did look like Matthew Burke got the tag in there, and he's hopping around as if to say, I think I got him. Stolen base for Rubin. Count is full now on Acuff. Here's the payoff pitch. Popped up on the infield. And the pitcher will take it to end the inning. So no hits, no runs. Last up for Flagler coming up, trailing 5-1. Bottom of the ninth for the Saints, trying to overcome a 5-1 deficit. New pitcher for Rollins is number 18, Steven Swift. 6'2", right-hander, junior from Texas, transfer from New Orleans. One ball and one strike to the batter, Luke Wellborn, who has 2 hits today. I think Wellborn's the only Saint with multiple hits this afternoon. And Wellborn strikes out looking to start the ninth. And that brings up Matthew Burke, who's 0 for 3.
Now batting, second baseman, number 3, Matthew Burke.
Not sure if you can see it off in the distance of this camera shot, but the lacrosse facility is absolutely jammed with people, cars, a doubleheader today for Flagler lacrosse. The men are playing right now. They're trailing Florida Southern 7-4 early in the third. Women will play at 5. 1-0 to Burke. Is in there for a strike. Two and 1 is the count. Hard hit to left field. Backing up Santucci, and just short of the track, he makes the catch. Flagler down to his last out. It'll be Coy Phillips. Coy has a single today. One ball and one strike. Now 2-1. And a walk keeps the game alive for Phillips, who's on for the second time today. That brings up Jaden Ward.
Third baseman, number 11, Jaden Ward.
We have a producer over at Lacrosse, right, John?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
First pitch is a strike to Ward. Ward singled back in the second. He grounded out in the fourth and lined out in the seventh. Strike two. 1 ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs. 5-1 Rollins here in the 9th. And that'll do it. Rollins wins it 5-1. 5 runs on 11 hits, no errors. 1 run for Flagler on 5 hits. They committed an error. Rollins improves to 9-2 on the year. Flagler drops to 5-8. The win goes to Justin Allentov, and the loss will be charged to Seth Wysocki. The big blow, the 3-run home run in the first from Nick Santucci. Again, the final. Rollins wins at 5-1. They sweep the 2-game series. For our multifaceted producer, sports information director John Jordan, I'm Dave Wenda.